I imagine we're all looking forward to Hogwarts Legacy this upcoming Friday. I would have been playing it a lot sooner, if not for the fact that I purchased the standard edition and then later realised, oh, if you get the deluxe edition, you can play it 3 days earlier. So that kind of pissed me off a bit. It was already too late to refund the standard edition to get the deluxe edition and play it early. But nevertheless, I will be playing it probably Friday about 2 p.m. UK time. We'll just have to see how long it actually takes to download, because you don't have a preload function on PC for whatever reason that is. So it means I need to get up early to make sure it's sort of downloaded for about that time. But we have some prep work to do. I need to figure out what Hogwarts house I'm in, and my Patronus, and my wand. You know, I could have just done this on my own time, but I thought, now let's make them watch me. I've been told that whether you play this game or not, this is a character test. If you play this game, that makes you a bad person, apparently, for some reason. And, you know, this Discover Your Hogwarts House is essentially a character test. You know, I've kind of seen the sorts of questions that get thrown at you. So let's figure out, you know, what house I'm in. And then we jump on the wand and the Patronus as well. If I had to pick a house, I'd probably go Gryffindor. I think that's got the best name. And you've also got the Gryffindor sword, which is fucking pretty cool as well. But, you know, Slytherin, I don't really want to be in Slytherin, to be honest. I don't know if that's in part of the movies that have put me on at. But, yeah, I think if I end up being Slytherin, I'm definitely going to enforce the idea that Slytherin is evil. You know, I think that's what I'll go for. If I end up Slytherin, I'll just go, right, Dark Wizard run. But, yeah, the first question is moon or star? You know, I'd probably go stars. Stars are probably a lot more interesting than the moon. It's just, you know, it's just fucking up there. It's just a pile of rock, really, isn't it? So I'd probably go stars for that. But we'll go through, you know, I don't know how long it will actually take. But this is the official one. It means you can, you know, connect it up to your gameplay. So then all your house stuff and all that is already sorted out. So which would you rather be? Liked, trusted, feared, envied, imitated, or praised? You know, I think out of all them, I think the best, yeah, the one I would probably go for is trusted. I mean, you know, all the other ones make you seem like you're just desperate, doesn't it? You know, I'm desperate to be liked. Feared, you know, do you want to be feared? Maybe a little bit. Maybe just a little bit. Envied, you know, I'm not too fucking fussed about that. But yeah, a lot of these, nah, not really. I'd probably go trusted, I reckon. So I think we'll go for that. I think you'd rather be trusted, wouldn't you, than, you know, praised. I must be praised all the time. So let's go with that one and see what else we kind of get. What kind of instrument most pleases your ear? We've got the piano, the drum, the violin, the trumpet. I mean, would a drum really please your ear? It depends in what context it is, doesn't it? I mean, would you want to wake up to the sound of fucking drums? I don't think you would. So, yeah, I reckon out of all them, I'd probably have to go the violin. I do like the sound of the sound of a violin. It can be a nice little, you know, that's the sort of thing you would wake up to, not someone banging the fucking drums at the side of your ear. So, which road tempts you the most? The twisting, leaf-strewn path through the woods? Maybe. The wide, sunny, grassy lane. The narrow, dark, lantern-lit alley. You know, would you want to go for that one? That's just asking for a mugging, isn't it? Or the cobbled street lined with ancient buildings. I think I'd go for that one. I mean, you could go for, you know, the wide, sunny, grassy lane, but, you know, you get sick of seeing green, wouldn't you? So I think with the ancient cobbled streets, you got a lot more to look at. So I think we'll probably go for that one, I think. If you were attending Hogwarts, which pet would you choose to take with you? You know, I would like. I don't know why there isn't. Clearly, they've got something against dogs. You know, that's what I would probably go for. But what do we got? Cats, toads, owls. Hmm. I mean, a toad, not really. An owl, I'd get sick of the hooing. Probably have to go cat on that one, I think. If you were attending Hogwarts, which pet would you choose to take with you? But is that not essentially the same thing? What we just as a white cat, Siamese cat? Nah, they're just freaky as fuck. I mean, a Siamese cat. I forget what anime. I'm pretty sure it was a Disney film that had that in them. Was it Lady and the Tramp? Or was it 100 and what? I fucking forget now. I've never been that big a fan of a cat. I remember being held up, by a cat before. You know when you just get a black cat just sort of sitting. I was like walking through an alleyway, and there was just this cat sort of perched on the fence, just looking at me, and I just kind of stood there like, I'm not just gonna fucking go for me. So I've never been that big of a fan of cats. But I mean, black cat, Siamese cat, white cat. Probably go the black cat, I reckon. Yeah, that's the last one. Which of the following would you most hate people to call you? Ignorant, selfish, ordinary, cowardly. I'd probably say cowardly with that one. I mean, getting called ordinary, so there's not really anything wrong with that, is there? That just means, what you mean normal? Is that what you mean? Selfish, you wouldn't want to be called selfish. But, I mean, if you were selfish, why the fuck would you care anyway? Ignorant, I wouldn't really care about being called ignorant. So, yeah, I'd probably go cowardly. I'd probably say that's the worst thing to be out of all those, is probably cowardly. If you could have any power, which would you choose? The power to read minds, the power to change the past. Now, I wouldn't go for that because I'm just like, let the past be what it fucking is. You don't want to change the past because we all know the butterfly effect. So I don't know why anyone would want to change the past. I mean, everyone goes for go back and off, baby fucking moustache. And I'm just like, well, you could end up with a worse situation then, couldn't you? So maybe it's not quite worth doing. Invisibility. Speak to animals. I mean, speak to animals, what would you really learn? I mean, because what is the going concept? If a lion were able to speak English, you still wouldn't understand it anyway. Because it has a different experience. So I don't know how much that would actually work. From their perspective, it's just going to be a load of mumbo-jumbo. Superhuman strength. Change your appearance at will. Probably have to go strength out of that, I reckon. I think that's a lot more interesting. I mean, reading minds, I wouldn't really want to know. I wouldn't want to know, because all you'd hear is someone just taking the piss out of you all the time, wouldn't you? So I think out of that, I'd probably go superhuman strength. So heads or tails? I don't know. I'm tempted to go heads, but I'm like, you always go for heads. Most people go for heads, don't they? Fuck it. We'll go for heads. So that was pretty quick. I thought we'd have more questions out of that. The sorting hat is ready to make its decision. Let's see what it chooses. Hufflepuff. I didn't really want to be Hufflepuff either, but we've got to stick to what the rules say. Let's see what it says. Hufflepuff, welcome to Hufflepuff. You probably know that some of Hufflepuff's most renowned members include Nymphadora, Tonks, and Cedric Diggory. But did you know that Hufflepuff's house ghost, the Fat Friar, still resents the fact he was never made a cardinal? I'm pretty kept up on enough knowledge of like the Harry Potter world, but a lot of this stuff I'm reading, I've never fucking heard of this before. Or that Hufflepuff has produced the fewest dark wizards of any house at Hogwarts. Well, I mean, if you're in a house called Hufflepuff, I don't know why someone would end up a dark wizard. The Sorting Hat has spoken, and you're not alone. So that is that one then. Fellow Hufflepuffs, we got Newt Scamander. I did watch like the first film of that, and I think I got like halfway through the second, and I was like, fuck it, it's just nowhere near. It's nowhere near Harry Potter. Cedric Diggory. I mean, yeah. So yeah, I remember her from the films. She was in Game of Thrones as well, wasn't she? A message from your prefect by J.K. Rowling. Congratulations, I'm prefect rather, Gabriel Truman, and I'm delighted to welcome you to Hufflepuff House. Our emblem is the badger, an animal that is often underestimated. I mean, vicious little bastards, aren't they? Because it lives quietly until attacked, but which, when provoked, can fight off animals much larger than itself, including wolves. I mean, I think even a lion would shit itself at a badger. Our house colours are yellow and black, and our common room lies one floor below the ground, on the same corridor as the kitchens. So how do we continue on? All right, so you can go here. Right, so we've sorted out my house. Now let's sort out the Patronus. It does say better with headphones. Oh. In fact, can I pause this? Now, if I have it turned down enough, you probably shouldn't come through. I'll have that so you can at least hear it. But yeah, we'll see what Patronus we can get, and then we're on to the wand. I really hope that's not going to end up echoing or something. Right, so yeah, I did hear about this, that the fucking hell, that's still loud. That yeah, your questions are timed. So let's figure out what it is. Relax. Think of your happiest memory. That's honest. Being asked to think of your happiest memory, I'm like, I can't think of anything. I'm like, I haven't been miserable my entire life, have I? Right. Dream, dance, discover. Oh, fuck off. Right, so yeah, when you hover over something, it just goes with it, right. So, yeah, I need to make sure. So, glitter, shine, or glow. Let's go with shine. So, yeah, you've got to kind of click on these pretty quickly. I'm still confused on why it said better with headphones, because I'm like, does it make any difference? Make, improve. Let's go with improve. Right, what else have we got? Lead, escape, or save. Let's go with lead. Maybe that might give us a fucking, hardened Patronus. You want like a, I don't know, like a black bear or something like that. That's what you want. What was that? Your Patronus trying to form. Don't give up. What? I don't even know what the fuck I'm supposed to do. Together alone. Let's go together. You've almost done it. So we're almost there. We're going to figure out what the Patronus is going to be. Love, trust, hope. Let's go trust. I would like a bit more time to think about it, but it doesn't give you enough. I hope that's not coming through too loud anyway. Click, drag, and release for your Patronus. What do we got? Oh, it's a pheasant. I wouldn't have went for a pheasant. They get run down a lot. But yeah, that's what we've got. So right, we're done with the Patronus. So let's try out what our wand is. What? All right, I thought it was going to come up unknown there. The Patronus turned. It was centering. So this is out of Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. The Patronus turned. It was cantering. I guess this is the book. I don't remember the books. I read the books when I was a kid. I think I got through most of them, but it's like that long ago, I don't even remember. So, you know, most of my knowledge is based on the films. It was cantering back towards Harry across the still surface of the water. It wasn't a horse, it wasn't a unicorn either. It was a stag. It was shining brightly as the moon above. What does your Patronus say about you? Now find out what it could possibly mean. Right, so should we click on that? Hopefully it takes us back. So let's see what we got here. Oh, a St. Bernard would have been good, wouldn't it? They're big bastard dogs. Let me just mute that part. Right, there we go. So where are we? What we pheasant. Yeah, it doesn't seem to come up with it. Oh well, let's go back to this, and then we'll figure out what wand we get. So I think this one is timed as well. No, is it? No, it's not. First of all, would you describe yourself as average height, tall, or short? You know, I would say average height but I think the average height is about what, 5'9". So I'm a little bit. I'm 5'7". So, yeah, I wasn't blessed with any height, which is sometimes you do notice it if you go into. I remember one time going into this pub and I'm like, fuck me, everyone's fucking massive. I'm not that short, am I? So average height, average height. You know, again, little under that, but it's not. I wouldn't say short. So let's go with that. And your eyes, blue. Blue. Was the day on which you were born an odd number? No, it was an even number. The 2nd of August. Do you most pride yourself on determination, imagination, resilience, intelligence, originality, optimism, or kindness? Don't actually know. I'd probably go resilience. I'll go for resilience. That's kind of the best one to pick out of that. You know, kindness, I'd say I'm kind enough, you know, as kind as you can be. But yeah, I would probably, let's just go resilience on that one. Traveling alone down a deserted road, you reach a crossroads. Do you continue? Do you continue left towards the sea, right towards the castle, ahead towards the forest? I'll probably go with castle on that one, I think. Do you most fear fire, darkness, isolation, heights, or small spaces? I mean, a lot of this stuff, I imagine most people fear, at least when it comes to fire. I don't think there's... Oh, fuck, I ain't scared of fire. Darkness, you know, sometimes I can get over that. You know, I don't have a big fear of it. But again, I don't think anyone likes the darkness, do you? You know, you've got to eat your carrots for that. Isolation, not really. You know, sometimes I can be a bit isolated. Don't really bother me. I don't get bothered by sort of being on my own. Heights, yeah, I'd probably go with heights. That's probably the only thing here where I'm like, I probably do fear heights. You know, so sometimes you look at stuff like high up and it makes your fucking legs sort of tremble a bit. You know, I don't know what it is. That's why I wouldn't do nothing like jumping out of a fucking plane and all that. In a chest of magical artifacts, which would you choose? Silver dagger, ornate mirror. I wouldn't go for the mirror. Glittering jewel, bound scroll, golden key, dusty bottle, or black glove. I'm kind of stuck between silver dagger or glittering jewel. I think we go for the silver dagger. That's going to be a lot more useful, isn't it? Alright, so I think that's all of it. So what about walnut wood with a dragon core, 12.5, and rigid flexibility? So yeah, walnut wood, dragon core, 12.5. So yeah, that looks a pretty good one. I think there is, see, because you do connect this to your, like, there is a bit of customization involved anyway, so it doesn't necessarily have to look like this. So that's what we've got. let's see what it says. Walnut Wood, highly intelligent witches and wizards ought to be offered a walnut wand for trial first. So I've been given a trial wand. I hope not. Because in 9 cases out of 10, the two will find in each other their ideal mate. We now got wands shagging. Walnut wands are often found in the hands of magical innovators and inventors. Oh, that's pretty good then. This is a handsome wood possessed of unusual versatility and adaptability. A note of caution, however. There's always a catch with your wands. While some woods are difficult to dominate and may resist the performance of spells that are foreign to their natures, the walnut wand will, once subjugated, perform any task its owner desires, provided that the user is of sufficient brilliance. This makes for a truly lethal weapon in the hands of a witch or wizard of no conscience, for the wand and the wizard may feed from each other in a particularly unhealthy manner. The wand chooses the wizard, remember. I remember that from the Philosopher's Stone. Characters and their wands, so Hermione Granger, Lord Voldemort, Albus Dumbledore. There's a bit of everything in there. You got Lord Voldemort, bit of evil. You got Albus Dumbledore, a bit of greatness. So, you can't go wrong. So I guess that's actually, is that all of it? I don't. It says 3 of 4. So I don't know. I guess it's create your portrait. All right, let's see what we get out of this. All right. So where's? I'm not really bothered about this, but we'll just do it quickly anyway. Or am I a bit lighter than this? Yeah, I'll go with that one. What have I got? Probably more of a round head, I think. Yeah, we'll go with that one. Or you could go with this one, the fucking bum chin. Right, so why are we... I don't know why... hold on. Let me see. Right, we've got hats and stuff. Do we not have hair? Will that do you think? Because I don't want to sit here so people watch me make some portrait. So let's just run through it quickly anyway. What eyes? Let's just go with that. Right, that'll do. Blue and a bit light. Is it a bit? I don't know. So then we've got right. Let's put some broken glasses on. Right, I'm not really bothered about the rest, but let's see. Yeah, it doesn't seem to have anything. Right, we'll just finish that off anyway, because I'm not really bothered about it. I don't think it gets accounted to in the game. Right, so we'll save that. So how do I get to the start? So, yeah, I'm a woman, I guess. Right, so... Right, we're done with that then. Yeah, I don't think there's... I think that's all there was. So, what did we get? For some reason you can't... Oh, there you go. So, yeah, we've got Hufflepuff House. I'm not too excited about that, but it will do. It'll do. I thought I would have been Gryffindor. I would have rather go for Gryffindor, but, whatever this says goes, I suppose. This will be what I'm using anyway. So, your Patronus is a pheasant. I would have gone for... the St. Bernard one looked interesting. And my wand will be walnut. So, yeah, we'll probably finish off there, and I'll try and figure out how you actually sort of get it into the game. But as I say, I'll be streaming this Friday at 2 p.m. UK time. Probably go for about 4 hours, I reckon. The thing you learn about streaming games on YouTube is you kind of have to do it for ages. Otherwise, it's like you're just going to have about 20 different streams to actually get through the game. So I'll probably be on it for quite a while. A good 4-5 hours maybe. We'll see what happens. But until then, we've sorted out my house, my Patronus, and wand. So I look forward to getting all that.